Weather coming up this weekend. Many folks are going to be headed outside, hoping to enjoy some of those summer activities. But before we start, it's important to make sure we're in shape. Dr. Mike Hall from the Ogden Clinic is with us today to make sure we get our bodies in shape for the summer. You told me to call you Mike, so I'm going to call you Mike.
Call me Mike, yep.
Mike, this is the time of year when people start doing the marathons, the swimming, the triathlons. There's an Ironman this weekend in St. George.
Yeah.
Do you see increased injuries now with folks getting out sooner?
Well, you do, especially in the spring, because, you know, basically we've been not hibernating, but kind
dormant,
of
maybe, I'll say.
Skiing. But
True.
no, we've been a little less active in the winter months. So as we start getting into the spring, and especially a lot of us who are like wanting to go into some endurance type sports, whether it's triathlons or running, biking, you start to see an increase in that activity level, and all of a sudden you start seeing some overuse injuries.
What's the most important thing to remember when you're starting these sorts of activities in hopes of preventing any injuries?
The first thing is you have to have an expectation, a realistic expectation of what you want to accomplish. So a lot of those of us who are trying to get out and maybe we want to run a half marathon, well, then you need to start training sooner than 3 weeks before. So having a realistic expectation of what you're trying to accomplish is first. And then to get out and start slowly. Get out and start, you know, running. You set yourself a program, start running a little bit at a time, gradually increase, stay close to your program, and then notice you kind of have to watch yourself and monitor yourself. If you start having pain or if you start having problems, then you need to back that off.
And that's a sign of overuse at times you were talking about. So it is possible that you can just do a little too much. Are there ways that you can try to maybe take care of yourself if you are experiencing those things?
So having a good warm-up, so whether that's a stretching program, and that means stretching before and after, taking time to warm up slowly. So if you're going to go out on a run, you stretch, run kind of slow at first, and then as you start to warm up, then you start to increase. A lot of people are trying to rush so much nowadays that they push themselves too far, too fast, and then they get injured.
Is that the biggest mistake we make, just rush out? I'm just going to knock out this run real quick.
I only got 30 minutes, and then I got to be to work, so I'm going to go and run 5 miles.
So that's not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
Dr. Mike, I appreciate it with the Ogden Clinic, and if you get messed up, give Dr. Mike a call. Here's the website right here, the Ogden Clinic. Mike, I appreciate you joining us this morning. I know a lot of folks are getting out now, and as you get to my age, it starts to hurt a little sooner, a little longer. So I appreciate the tips.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it this morning.